All right, I am about to start a new project and I'm going to make a video now to document my thoughts and share my architecture. At least this is the plan. So first of all, I'll be using the Windows subsystem for Linux in my Microsoft Windows environment to build Nuxt projects. Part of the environment in the WSL, so it'll be like an Ubuntu VM, and in that environment, I'll use ASDF to help manage the tools that I use. PNPM rather than NPM or Yarn. Of course, I'll be using Node.js because it's a Nuxt project. I also use direnv, which is a tool so I can avoid using .env in my build. I just use direnv in the environment, and I find that to be more secure and easier, I guess. I'm also going to host these projects on Nuxt Hub. So the Nuxt projects I want to build are two. There will be a private members club, which I will produce as a PNPM workspace. The members club folder then will include a Nuxt app and the necessary sub repositories or modules, Git submodules inside this workspace that I produce myself, but also other layers, Nuxt layers. Inside the Nuxt app, I intend to build layers for each feature, either build or reuse others that people have posted. So in this app, I will certainly need docs, search, a theme or style. I'm going to use payment. I'm going to try Helsum instead of Stripe. I would normally use Stripe, but I'm going to try Helsum. Content, posts like blog. Well, actually, posts will be more like, actually, I don't need posts in this build. So I will need auth, a bank of users, or I need to keep track of users. Then they need to be able to log in and access private member information, landing page, blog, and assets. Now, the interesting part here is I want to reuse as much of that code as possible in the other workspace. So the other project I'm embarking on is a job board. So again, I'll make a workspace for the job board. Inside that workspace, I will have Git submodules that like, for example, if I create an auth layer here, I want to I'll make that as a Git repository, and then I'll use that same Git repository in both workspaces so that I can reuse as much of my code as possible. I hope to do that with, in fact, all of these modules. So notice in the job board Nuxt app, there will be layers that include assets, docs, content, landing page, search, posts, blog, theme, or style. Something like Nuxt UI, maybe, or Nuxt UI Pro I'll use, or Tailwind plus templates and things that I create myself. Auth, payment, and users. Now, the interesting part about the job board is that there will be subdomains. So there's going to be an Apex domain, let's call it jobboard.com, and then there's going to be subdomains, let's say, what Eastern Seaboard job board, West Coast job board. I haven't decided how much of the detail I'm going to reveal in my videos. I'm mostly producing these videos so that I can remind myself of what the heck I'm thinking. And anyway, so the subdomains will include, I'll have to override some content. I'll override maybe the search layer. I'll override the theme and have subdomain has its own style, has its own colors, has its own assets, and its own landing page. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be able to achieve this. I think I can. I think I've done enough research with Nuxt and PNPM workspaces and Nuxt layers that I think this will work. The things that I care about, that I don't repeat myself, I care about the developer experience. I hope I'm not entering into an architecture that will cause the experience to feel very clumsy. And also I appreciate testability, so I will certainly I will engage with vtest and playwright, I believe. I use Cypress in some of my other React projects, but I think I'm going to try playwright for this project. The questions I have: will this tech live up to its promise? There's high expectations about layering, workspaces, composables, Will this tech live up to its promise, or will I find myself running into barriers? I hope not. Is this architecture sensible and advisable? So I like enter into the comments your thoughts about how would you produce two separate websites that I want the auth experience to be the same on both sites. Both sites have their own content. Both sites need to use Tailwind, and hopefully I can do this with layers rather than duplicate a bunch of the work. I'm going to let the camera run, I think, for the most part, so that I can remember in my own future, that others might learn from this and avoid my pitfalls and learn from my successes. I should admit, I'm learning Nuxt. I've done very few things so far. I've got some basics down, but it's a new domain for me. See how we go. Now, so in this video, I'm not going to actually write any code. I just wanted to document my thoughts about this architecture. I think in my next video, next task is that I will set up an Ubuntu VM. I already have an Ubuntu VM that would be useful for this. Maybe I won't waste the time to recreate a new one, but I will lay out the folder structures and the workspaces and at least get one layer in place. Like maybe I'll try the content wind layer. Maybe I can reuse that for my content, and I'll do that in both workspaces. I'll give it a try. I think that's where I'm going to go next. So thanks for watching. Wish me luck.